Hello, Robert. This will be some video feedback for you on the print ad. We've got 4 weeks left, so if you have any questions or if I can help you in any way, don't hesitate to reach out. From now until the end of the term, I bid you strength. Robert, this looks to be a good complete package of materials. I'm assuming that this PDF is your screenshots. And then here, of course, is your ad. Or, no, I see, it's the PDF of the ad. Okay, well, that's good. I'm glad I opened it. If you didn't embed your images, I'll be able to see them on this. And, okay, so well, let me just get right into it. First of all, good collection of materials. And I like the variety of shapes. You know, the star shape, the circular shape, these rectangles. It gets a little clotted down here, and I'm thinking that you might be able to vary the scale, maybe of the drink, to have it jut up, you know, further into the field. This is an Art Deco typeface. The numerals are, I don't know, so is this. You might consider using Arial or finding another display face. This is also an Art Deco typeface, Amethyst Bay. So in that sense, you know, they go together of the same period. And I mean, by that I mean like late 20s, early 30s. Okay, so bands. You know, that it's tempting to use bands of color or blocks of color, if you know, for lack of anything else to fill the space. But you know, it's not really about filling space. And I would try to bleed wherever possible. Your background image. Maybe if you could just have it bleed off all 4 sides. I think you have just the right amount of copy. You're going to have some contact information, and you might consider using a QR code. Okay, I'm going to take a look at this in Illustrator to look at your file structure. Robert, your file structure looks great, and I can turn things on or off at will. This does not look like a vector logo. In fact, well, it isn't. And for that reason, it's a little soft edged. So, I mean, I like the effect, but it does distort the logo, just so you know. Okay, so varying the scale of your ingredients. I mean, you know, what would it look like if this were quite large? And also, good on you for embedding images. You know, that's the only reason why I can do this, is you play with your ingredients, is that you've embedded them. This looks a little awkward at the bottom here. You know, why not just bleed it off the bottom? Because it's, you know, it has a flattened, that circle has a flat on it. This, wherever possible, you know, try not to use boxes. I don't think it's necessary. You can just use the color of the type to indicate. If I can select it, I'm just going to select a little piece of it. All right, so just make it a paler color. That alone is enough contrast, I think. I would avoid using boxes or squares. Contact information, as I've mentioned in the feedback, this can be a single line. I'm glad that it's small here. Also consider maybe a QR code, a dummy QR code. Bands. I don't know, you know, is this big enough to extend all the way down here? And that would, let's say, negate the necessity for a band. And you can distort this background without looking funny, I think. Stretch it or whatever. It's an abstract shape. And then two, you know, I talked about these wonderful shapes you created, bouncing around. You know, maybe just increase the scale of them. And obviously, you're going to want to do something with the type that keeps it visible or legible. But anyway, you've got great ingredients. Now feel free to play with them.